Hi everybody, this is Tom Peterson with NVIDIA, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about new technology we just launched called G-SYNC. Normally, monitors have a fixed refresh rate. That means they update the screen every 16 milliseconds if they're a 60 Hz monitor. And the GPU has to synchronize to that, but GPUs have a render rate that's totally unrelated. Sometimes they're rendering fast, sometimes they're rendering slow. So when you take that random pattern of frame times and you map them to the synchronous update of the monitor, you get all kinds of artifacting. What G-SYNC does is it flips that around completely. And now the monitor connects directly to the GPU, and the GPU tells the monitor when to update. Unfortunately, it's really hard to experience what G-SYNC looks like unless you have a G-SYNC monitor. So we've come up with a way to demo that using a video. In order to view this video properly, you need your monitor set to 60 Hz refresh, and you need a video player capable of keeping up with the 60 Hz content. In this first example, we're running a 60 frames per second game locked with VSync on a 60 Hz refresh. That gives you perfect animation. That's what G-SYNC does. G-SYNC gives you a perfect experience with no jitter, no stutter, and no tearing because the monitor is synchronized directly to the GPU. You know, it's very unlikely that games are going to be able to generate a fixed 60 frames per second. Instead, they vary between 30 FPS all the way up to 60 FPS. In this example, we're showing VSync off at 45 frames per second on a 60 Hz monitor. The first thing you'll see is a very obvious horizontal tear line, which is caused by the fact that the GPU finishes rendering in the middle of a monitor refresh cycle, resulting in 2 frames being shown simultaneously. To fix tearing, some gamers choose to put VSync on, but VSync on has its own problems. In this example, you're seeing a 45 frames per second VSync on capture. And what you'll notice is that the VSync on has a stutter, which is caused by the GPU synchronizing to that fixed 60 Hz. When we do a side-by-side, you can really see the difference between VSync and G-SYNC. On the VSync side, look for that sort of staccato vibration as the pendulum swings from the left to the right. On the G-SYNC side, notice how it smooths out completely and just gives you a great experience. As you can see, NVIDIA G-SYNC will provide the smoothest, most responsive, tear-free monitor display ever. Go to geforce.com for all the details.